program. Out of curiosity and the spirit of adventure, Mark and I try a relatively new sport around town, land kiteboarding. Oh my God, bumpy, bumpy. Sports Unlimited coming at you right now. Landboarding is also known as kiteboarding or kite mountain boarding. Or land kiteboarding. It is based on the ever-growing sport of kite surfing, where the rider on a surf-style board is pulled over water by a kite. Kite landboarding involves the use of a mountain landboard, which essentially is an oversized skateboard with large wheels and foot straps. If you have a mountain board and you already kite surf, making the transition to land kiteboarding should not be too difficult for you.
We're here beside the Mall of Asia to try a very unique and wildly creative sport. Now, why wildly creative? Because it's actually a combination of several sports put together. The first is skateboarding. Get a skateboard, well, a big one kind of like this, put big rubber wheels on it, and you've got a mountain board.
That's right, and there's a sport for this thing too. It's called downhill mountain boarding. That's when you get this, you ride on it, go on top of a mountain, and go all the way down. Now, obviously, there are no hills around the Mall of Asia. Mark.
That's very true. Of course, there is another sport. It's called kiteboarding. You've all seen me do it in Boracay on the water, where you've basically got a kite attached to a board.
That's right, and then you try to sway and balance. It's very difficult, but it's a lot of fun.
That's right. Now, if you get a kite similar to that, and you combine it with this little puppy here, well, you've got something different altogether.
And that's why it's wild. Now, the cool thing about this sport is that you can practice your power kiting skills separately. That's what they are doing. And then you can also do some practice riding your mountain board. And then, when you have confidence in both skills, you try to put them together, and
lo and behold, you have landboarding.
While waiting for the rest of the land kiteboarding group to arrive at the Mall of Asia, we spotted what we were told was a kite buggy. Hey Mark, how long have you been doing this?
2 years or so.
2 years? Where are you from?
Germany.
Germany. Don't you find it hard to steer with your feet?
Oh, it's pretty easy.
It's natural. It's really natural. That's good. I have never seen or heard of kite buggy, but I was not at all surprised to learn that kite buggies were first built and used in the early 1990s in, where else? New Zealand. Kiwis are known to have the knack for creating cool and unique adventure toys, just like this one.
The thing is when you lose control on your feet.
Yeah.
Then you might get the feet down and the whole thing goes over your feet, dangerous. So can you put your butt a bit more in front?
Ah, like that. My
So,
butt?
Yeah. Yeah, like this.
Like that.
And then you just try to stay upright like
Stay
that.
like that.
Important is always control the... That's all you have here. So don't let your feet go
Don't let my feet go where?
from this thing here.
It always has to be on it.
Because if you go down, your feet goes here, and then you know you're gonna be overrun by it.
Oh. Here we go, buggy, land buggy. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. It was such a trip riding it. The closest sport I can identify kite buggy with that I have tried is probably windsurfing. I know the kite buggy could be described as cute, but don't let this cuteness fool you. Since it gets its power source from a power kite and the wind, speeds on this buggy can exceed 15 miles per hour. If there is one thing I've learned, it is that you don't wear a helmet for nothing. In kite buggying, the power of the wind is transferred through the pilot, which in this case is me.
But you learn how to steer.
Oh my god, bumpy, bumpy. This heightens the physical sensation you get when kite buggying, which makes the kite buggy very exciting to ride. Mark, how are you? Am I squashing you?
Oh my god, you weigh a ton! I'm joking.